Hey guys, welcome to this review of the Alterbags Arca. Roll the tape and I'll see you in a minute. So today we're looking at the Alterbag by Alterbags, which I think is a product that can be enormously useful to riders of almost every electric skateboard. Before we jump into this video though, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the latest uploads. I should have some super cool content and board reviews coming real soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. So as always, I'll be breaking down this review into sections. First, we'll talk in general terms of the use cases of this bag and how it can really revolutionize your ride. Next, we'll look at the build quality and water resistance. After this, we explore what you can expect to be able to carry inside it on a ride. Then a word on its ease of use, and finally I'll share any negatives that I can foresee and give my own conclusion. Just briefly before we get into specifics, it's worth exploring the brand behind Alterbag. Alterbags have been in the electric skateboard backpack space since November 2018. Their brand is run by e-board riders and their products are tailored for e-board riders. I honestly think that their backpacks are up there with the best. I've seen them firsthand and the level of quality and attention to detail is simply astounding. Alterbags, if you're watching this and want to send me a sample for review, I'm all ears. Back to Alterbag and let's get to the first section. Use cases. So I guess the main unique selling point of the Alterbag is that it eliminates the need to carry your gear in a backpack whilst riding. Most people when going on longer rides would like to carry a charger, spare parts, a battery bank and even maybe some snacks. These things all add up and you end up having to endure a heavy backpack across the full duration of your ride, which could be between 10 to 20 miles. The Alterbag allows you to free up your back whilst riding. This also of course frees up your body and in my experience just leads to a much more enjoyable ride where I can carve better and where my shoulders aren't constantly being dragged down by a bulky backpack. If you're an older rider and you have a bad back, I would especially recommend the Alterbag for you if you usually carry a lot of gear on your rides. The Alterbag is by no means a small bag, but regardless of this, when riding with it, I find that you kind of forget it's even between your feet. Sahil, who was riding the board in the B-roll you saw, said the exact same thing, and by the way, huge thanks to Sahil for helping me out with this review in the freezing cold. The other main use case I can think of is as a camera bag. Now, I actually like this bag so much and find it so practical that I'll be using it as a traditional camera bag and putting it in a normal backpack. When this video goes live, I'll be on holiday with the Alterbag. I found it super useful for carrying all your small gear in one place, and I like especially how these straps can be removed if you don't need them. Quality and water resistance. So as far as I'm concerned, the quality of the Alterbag is right up there. It's pretty clear that Alterbags have sourced premium materials to put this bag together, and it feels like a robust and premium product. The outer material of the bag is also treated with a water repellent coating and the zippers are water resistant. Now, as far as I know, the bag doesn't have an IP water resistance rating, so I wouldn't exactly leave my camera in it during heavy rain. But then again, how often are you going to be riding in heavy rain anyway? If you're out riding and the heavens open up all of a sudden, you're all fine to get to your destination without water making its way into the bag. Storage. The Alterbag is comprised of two sections, a slim upper section featuring a gridit style organizer and a side pocket, and then a lower section with another gridit organizer and the main and biggest storage location of this bag. It's here where you can store anything from your electric skateboard charger to a speaker, tools, pumps, battery banks, or anything that fits really. You can see in my bag I'm carrying things like some first aid items for group rides, a charger, some spare shred lights, and a GoPro. The bag comes with camera bag style removable inserts, so you can secure larger items in place whilst on rides. I would actually really encourage you to use them. I tend to use the gridit organizers for small items that would otherwise rattle around in the big compartment. For instance, I've used one of them to store my small camera gear like spare batteries, ND filters, and memory cards. Installation. Now this may seem like a trivial point, but I really like how Alterbags have thought the design through thoroughly, in including the straps inserts underneath the bag. Prior to getting my Arca bag, I would always strap a tech lunchbox to my board to carry spare tools and a charger, but I would always have to use my Velcro strap over the zip of the case and do it up really tight. So in essence, I would need to undo the Velcro every single time I wanted to get something from the bag, even if it was just a phone charger, for instance. I found that to be really tedious and annoying. With this Arca bag, the straps underneath means that they don't affect the operation of the bag, and I can open and close it without any hindrance from the straps. With the length and adjustability of the straps which come with the Arca, they fit a huge variety of boards, from a board as slim as the X-Wave Flex or X1 Pro right up to the chunky Lacroix boards. I really like the design of the straps, which include 4 material buckles which serve to hold the excess of the straps in place. This prevents them from flying around whilst you're riding. Criticism. There really isn't much to talk about here. If I was to be really critical, I guess one thing that may put some riders off is the price. You can pick up the Arca bag at around $60 from their website. Whilst I do agree it is a little on the expensive side, you need to bear in mind that it is built to a really high standard, with gridit systems, small item storage and durability, and water resistance. I mean, I guess the price could definitely be a little cheaper, but in the end it's all relative. Something expensive to me may not necessarily be so to you. Also, in my research I didn't come across any alternatives to this product online, and there's certainly nothing tailored for electric skateboarding like this. Another point in terms of criticism is that some of the structural integrity of the bag relies on the use of the inserts inside. With the inserts installed, the gridit system rests nicely on top, and the bag just feels much more like a solid product. Once I remove the dividers inside, however, you can see that the bag easily sinks with a bit of force and doesn't feel nearly as robust as it did before. This probably doesn't affect the use of the bag much at all, and for me I'll be using the inserts anyway, but it's something I thought that I'd mention in this review. Alterbags could easily fix this with thicker walls or hard supports at each of the 4 corners. For the next version of the Arca bag, I would also love to see Alterbags introduce some reflective strips on the sides, like they do with their backpacks. I think this would be really effective because most people have lights facing ahead and behind, but nothing that highlights their presence from the left or the right side. Having these strips either side could really highlight your presence to cars joining a main road from a side road, for instance. Perhaps a final negligible thing to mention would be the size. The bag measures at approximately 12.5 by 9.5 by 4.5 inches. It doesn't bother me at all, and in fact I prefer bags like this to be quite big, but it probably can't be used on a short e-board because of the lack of space on the deck. Then again, the typical shortboard rider is a commuter carrying a backpack anyway, so I'm not really sure about whether Alterbags should develop a smaller Arca bag or not. Conclusion. To be honest, this is a simple yet highly effective product. It's the only bag of its kind on the market, tailored specifically for eSkaters, and that is a really cool thing to see. Whilst it is a little on the expensive side, it really boasts some premium features like the gridded systems and camera style inserts, and has enhanced build quality and water resistance. Above all, it fulfills its purpose, so you don't need to carry a bulky backpack on your rides. I think this could really revolutionize your ride. With your body free, you can feel lighter whilst riding and enjoy the speed or the carving that little bit more, whilst still having all your tools and charger with you for peace of mind. Before we finish up, I just want to send my thanks to Thomas B-Boy Stretch for very generously sending this bag out to me. I actually won it in a 500 subscriber milestone giveaway that he ran on his channel recently. If you haven't already subscribed to Tom, please be sure to do so. I've left his link in the description. Anyway guys, thanks as always for watching. Let me know down in the comments if you like this bag, and if you owned one, what would you include inside? Would you put it on your board, or would you put it in your backpack as a sort of organizer? If you haven't already liked and subscribed, you know what to do, and I'll see you next time.